A Semimaru Kuroris in the city. She swims through it, she breathes it. At times she drifts across the surface, at others she dives in deep. She gathers information. All objects are collections of information. The city and its people are all made out of information. Apples are red, rain is cold.
編入はステータス？うん。待って切らないで。むしゃくしゃしててやった。今は反省している。まだわからない。
She buys and sells information via electromagnetic waves.
いろいろと裏事情がありそうなのよね。見た目ほど能天気なお祭りでもないみたいよ。なるはやでなんとか。
はい、承っております。それで御社のご予定は？
She passes by other pedestrians talking on their own cell phones. They can't see the people they're talking to. For all they know, the others could all be pantomiming. Is that voice beyond the sky really the person she thinks it is? She wonders that sometimes this is one of the systems that keeps people connected.
ただ、意外と近くにいたりして。超探偵のただの勘。じゃあね、また報告入れるわ。
A single sigh flees to the sky. She folds up her cell phone with one hand. She twirls it around like a gunman and slips it back into her pocket.
お山の大将も気苦労の多いこと。
Semimaru Kuroris in the city. Who was she talking to? I hear the light rail pass by. The chairs and desks shake around. I'm on cleaning duty today, an inescapable duty of the physical world. Did someone mop up a bunch of milk and forget to wash it off? The mop gives off a marvelous scent. Bacteria have been fermenting on it in the dark.
凶悪バイオテロ発生 Open the window!
The others make a show of pinching their noses. I go find a place where I can rinse it off. I roll up my sleeves and turn the mop under the faucet. I think the stench of milk is weakening. Oh hey, it's Hisoka. I hear a different watery noise next to me. Soejima Hisoka is using a washcloth. There might be some milk flowing your way. A strange answer. Cleaning duty is assigned by columns, so Soejima and I are in the same group. I try joining her. I look to my side and see her wringing out the washcloth and rolling up her sleeves. My eyes are drawn to it. A wristband she rolled up along with her sleeve. The skin that was underneath it draws my attention, like a spore-producing plant hiding away from the sun. A white streak branded onto her already white skin. I can't take my mind off it. When she realizes I saw it, Soejima. Like the kind of girl who apologizes for some reason when you catch a glimpse of what's under her skirt. She seems so utterly unconcerned that I start to feel awkward. She's put the wristband back already. I didn't mean to look at it. I won't tell anyone. Let's get back to washing. Our conversation is drowned out by the water. It's hardly unusual, not hard to ignore. I've known plenty of people with misfortune in their past. Even when people have no risk of starvation, dehydration, or being blown apart by landmines, they still have hope for a better life. There is nothing unusual about that. If anything, the people who get shaken up by everyday life and constantly bring up God and love and whatnot to stabilize themselves are the ones worth despising. Every person has their own unique circumstances. If you get too deeply involved, you can't back out, so I make a point of never doing that. And yet, it won't get out of my head. The thin streak on her slender arm, like a big red axe slashing through an answer sheet full of mistakes. I hate desperate women. Before I know it, the cleaning's all done. I walk down the orange road with an orange Soejima beside me. The angled sunbeams make our shadows stretch out.
初めてだね、水輪くんと帰るの。
Yeah,
今日はどうして？
well, it just sort of happened.
聞きたいの？
Eh?
リスカ。
A sudden fastball. For a moment, I'm unsure if I should be standing this close to her. I'm really not that interested in other people's cuts. I just couldn't ignore it for some reason.
見たくないものを見せられたから？
Maybe.
はっきり言うね。
I'm usually gentler than this. Also, believe it or not, I'm a feminist.
そうだったんだ。
Soejima sounds uninterested. I make a point of never getting deeply involved, but that hasn't been working lately, like someone threw sand in my gears. Because of my commute, because I've had to do so many things for other people over the last several days. But so what? Because I remembered what I truly wanted. This isn't like me at all. I know that, but something about Soejima is affecting me, just like it did back on that roof. Lately, I've been thinking a lot about how scary death is. The blade of memories reflects my face, stained with red blood. But it hurt. Living makes you forget about that simple rule sometimes. It's almost like virtual reality. Modern humans are amazing. Pain. That's the boundary line you cross before reaching the river Styx. An emotionless and strict fortification forbidding anyone from crossing it. That's why people who want to cross it suffer so much. People can't easily attain the valor needed to break through it.
知ってる誰かが死んだとか？
Yeah. Someone died. I made the decision to kill him without ever hearing his voice or feeling his presence.
死んだ。誰でも3文字で終わっちゃうんだもんね。
Our long shadows dance about. You like to think about what happens after death?
それほど深くは。
Someone once told me that death has no meaning. A long time ago, those words saved me, but now I want to fight back against those words.
複雑なんだ。
Do you think part of me wants it to be more complicated, whether or not it really is?
優しい人。
That hurts a lot. I feel like she's branded me as wishy-washy. My sense of beauty strongly objects.
女の子は優しい人が好きなんだって。
Why is this all about me now? An orange sky, silver grey clouds.
でもね、
The white scar.
こんなのじゃ人は死ねないんだよね。
Do you want to die?
割と。
Why is that? A calm answer to a rude question. For some reason I feel like we're mashing. I see. Is that like when people download complete saves so they can watch the final cutscene early?
何言ってるのかわからないかも。
I can't think of a better analogy. Crap. Am I making it obvious that this is bothering me? Do you still cut?
大根とかじゃないんだから。
Once again, we compete to be the most casual about it. I smile a little. I feel like I achieved something.
今はやめた。
That's good. Got tired of it? That's closer to a wish than a question. I'm not sure if I want to hear the answer.
死ねないし。
After a brief silence, I feel a slight pause from her. Looking at the sky again.
5年前のこと思い出してて。
Anything to do with the terrorist bombings? Soejima's eyes come back down to me on the ground. The western sky is reflected in her eyes.
あれね、誰も本当のことは言ってないけど、テロじゃないよ。
It wasn't terrorism? What was it then? My heart beats coldly.
あれは、あの日、空から落ちてきた。
What fell from the sky? From the sky?
テロっていうのは人間のすること。あれはそうじゃないと思うから。
You mean God? Angels? Demons maybe? Maybe it was a meteorite?
わからない。運命、天罰、黙示録。あれがもしそういう人間以上の絶対なものなんだとしたら、一つだけ間違った。間違いをここに残した。それが私。
So, She keeps looking up at the sky until the day comes when it returns to correct its mistake. Now I can't understand you.
お互い様?
Sojima's expression moves slightly. Yeah. She chuckles, I think. So what did really happen 5 years ago? We reached the station. You said you live in the New Heart, right? Should we have tea while we are out here? Hesitation. I haven't seen this reaction before. Alarm bells go off. A car is parked outside the ticket area. A man waves from the driver's seat.
じゃあここで
Haha, so you do have someone. I felt relief. Something about Sojima seemed worrying, so knowing she has someone close makes me less worried about her.
保護者的な人
He looks awfully young though. Late 20s, maybe early 30s at most. He must be her brother or something.
携帯貸して
She makes a sudden demand with no context at all. Oh, okay. She transmits something from her phone to mine. I think we just swapped numbers.
迷惑だった
No, it's fine.
また帰りたい
That's completely fine.
じゃあ明日
See you at school. She walks through the turnstile, a slender silhouette in the sunlight waving back at me. Heat writhers around in a dark, cramped place. It's an appropriate heat for this place, a deep negative warmth.
せっかくのデビュー試合だ。派手にかっ飛ばしていくぜ。
Takakura City, the tunnel under the bridge. After the last train departs, this place is deserted until morning. A vacant area sealed by concrete. This is the place for tonight's Avatar gig. Is it just me or is the audience smarter tonight?
今夜はノーマットが出ねえからな。
I see. That's easy to understand. These events are ruled by whatever makes the crowd feel good. One of the simplest systems on the earth. The joy of violating taboos. The crowd can't get as excited on a night where the hero of slaughter isn't around. The checks are all done, right? A trailer is bringing in metal fences and audio equipment. Inside the shipping container is a booth for the DJ and the organizer.
ああ、登録に使ったのは俺のステアードだからな。それと主催者って野郎の面見てきたぜ。
So our Komyu is going to fight today? They called him Noise, right? I remember Takato Nanase's information.
俺の見たところ、あの野郎も接続者の一人だ。
You're sure?
奴の仲間らしいのも見かけた。あれはコミュのユニットだ。俺には雰囲気でわかる。
Komyus have a unique scent. They're never made up of people with any special chemistry, so how well they do get along determines how well the Komyu works. In the end, even if all 5 people have completely different personalities, they end up feeling similar just because they're in the same group, or so I'm told. This is the problem with literate noobs. It's all internet rhetoric, little different from the old myth that witches don't float.
うだうだ言ってやがると、てめえからぶっ殺すぞ。わかんだよ、俺には。牙持ってるやつと、そうでないやつの違いはな。
There is such a thing as working in teams. It's part of being a civilized country.
知るかよ。
The organizer isn't one of Nomad's connectors, is he?
そこまではわからねえ。ま、いずれやり合うことになるだろうがな。
Hey, wait a minute. What did you just say? He just threw out something very dangerous. You're not planning to fight that thing, are you?
やつは王だ。やつを倒せば王になれる。
Who cares about that? We die if we lose to him. I curse the misfortune of being paired up with such a deep thinker. Besides, knights, kings, and emperors are all just fairy tales nowadays. This is Japan. Come back to reality.
俺は勝ち続けてきた。これからも負けるつもりはねえ。
Our conversation's going absolutely nowhere, and he's not even listening. Not to mention Kagume's kicked your ass several times. Don't you mean we?
だったらなおさらびくついてんじゃねえよ。
Teacher, can I please change seats? I don't want to be next to Izawa-kun. Wait a minute, do you have any idea how many death flags you're giving off? When the hero's arrival appears, he has to be invincible by default. So before his fateful clash with the hero, he has to show the readers how strong he is by defeating someone else. And that victim is typically an ambitious newbie like Izawa.
これは漫画じゃねえし、俺は死にキャラじゃねえ。
Yeah, that's right. This is reality, so your fate will be even more tragic. We glare at each other. I finally notice people are staring at us. Their eyes hurt. A lot of them are smirking. Do they think we are having a lover's quarrel?
ともかくだ。
So he is calm enough to notice the situation we are in.
今夜は顔を売る所詮だ。派手にやるぜ。ドジ踏みやがったらぶち殺すぞ。
I can't help but feel a difference in motivation. When it comes to the Avatar gigs, Izawa has become the de facto leader of our commune. Well, I don't want to make a fool of myself either. I'll do what I can.
よし、女どものところに戻るぞ。
Stop acting like you're in charge. The other three are waiting in a dark corner away from the bridge. Like all the other communes, we are trying to avoid revealing all our identities to the masses. But if we go so far away we can't see our own avatar, we won't be able to control it as well as we could if we were closer. The real battle starts with positioning ourselves long before any avatars get summoned.
ちゃんと戻ってきましたね。最悪、私たちを主催者に売って高飛びされるのを覚悟していました。
I'm glad to know what you really think of me.
まゆまゆならどこがいいのかな。東南アジアかな、東ヨーロッパあたり。
年齢的に間違いなく私が最高値ですね。
Why are you bragging about that? As expected, Benio is not too happy about this. Takekawa-san! Ready?
あごめん。
She apologizes incoherently.
分かってるんだけどね。めんどくない。
No, it's fine. I understand not being enthusiastic about this. There is no need to be so hard on yourself. Benio-san sighs.
こういう時、なんか羨ましい。秋人が。
Hmm?
私もそれぐらい順応性あったらなって。
You mean how the simplest life forms are the best at adapting to environmental change? There's still time. I might as well talk to her a bit. I'm gonna go talk tactics with her. We'll stay close.
30分で戻ってこい。
30分頑張れば2回戦いけるよね。お口で済ますと副シワにならなくていいよ。
Who are you talking to? Go away, mate. I flipped the bird at her. You what?
自然にそういうことすると闘争本能が落ちるのでやめといた方がいいです。ボクサーが禁欲する理屈です。
Oh, Haru-san, you take care of sexual education for the younger members.
ま、おはるさんとあっちでいいことしようか。
Haru grabs Mayuki and walks off. She flails about like a captured alien.
マジで低層の危機5秒前。
The pip squeak's blood-curdling scream echoes from under the bridge. We leave Japan's future to the foremade, for better or worse. Izawa's the one who said we should join the gigs. It's rare for that hoodlum to talk to us about something before doing it himself. Of course, he does need all 5 of us to agree to this. Izawa brought us a ticket for a black train, tempting us to cross a line. Ever since we saw that, I knew he'd say it. It happened a little sooner than I expected. Once Mayuki and Haru agreed, he had half the votes. Since Kagome decided to abstain, he had a majority. Basic democracy dictated we were going to join the gig sooner or later. Mayuki and Haru probably think of this as a fun game. And the gigs definitely are games. Nomad is the only one crossing the line. All the other players obey the unwritten rule not to kill. We have nothing better to do with our power, but this is both safe and thrilling. It's not a bad choice. As for Kagome, she's not really uninterested, but I couldn't figure out what she was feeling. She isn't here tonight. It's hard for normal people to comprehend the witch's movements. And as for me,
アバターギグは消える。
that proclamation still bothers me. The smell of misfortune made me join. My commune's peril is my own. If that death goddess is involved, this isn't going to end well. What's going to happen? What will I do when it does? I just don't know. Bullets flying in completely different directions. However, we are still a team, even if that steel monster is the only thing holding us together. Very few cars drive by here this late at night. The wind is loud. I walk under a row of lonely orange mercury vapor lights. Hey!
ありがとう。
I hand her a can of iced coffee. It's very cloudy tonight. I can't see the moon or the stars. What? I see several stars. It looks like a murky swamp. Why's your face red?
あ、だって本当にそういうところに引いてるって思われたらどうしようとか。
Female society is all about gossip. I used to be curious about it, but the magic is gone now. I'll see if I can find it again in this can of coffee.
ごめんね。気を使わせちゃって。
It's nothing.
秋人も納得してるわけじゃないんだよね。
I'm not here for the same reasons as the others, though I am somewhat interested.
多少
The lesser evil is good enough for now.
妥協案ってこと？
Since our safety is assured, I figured we might as well try this game out, though I never had a right to refuse, since Mayuki and Hoharu-san were both eager.
そこの雰囲気、私いろいろ馴染まない感じで。
It's definitely chaotic. Aren't rock concerts held in similar places though?
お互い納得してるからって人が死ぬのも。
I definitely understand that. When we met, Benio said she was an ally of justice. At the time, she sounded happy, albeit embarrassed. The Gigs have no enemy for justice to defeat, no obvious force of evil like Jack was. We are all groping around in the dark. We don't even know that much about our own avatar yet. I don't know how long we can use it before things get dangerous, and I have no idea what other restrictions there are on how we can use it.
結局、誰も何も知らない。
There may be some unknown terrifying thing waiting for whoever learns how this power works, or there could be nothing at all.
だから使ってみる？
You'll never learn where to hold back if you don't find out what hurts. Humans can only speak about their own experiences. Right now, I think the communette is still like a kindergarten sandbox.
じゃあ、秋人的にはギグはあり？
The Round Table prohibits fighting altogether. The Gigs want to avoid a direct conflict. And like Nanase-san said, they are contributing to public security in their own way. You can't keep the world turning just by putting a lid on all the filthy things you'd rather ignore. You can avoid looking at them, but avatars will still exist. Every single commune adds to the city's destructive potential. It might as well be a ticking time bomb, but no one knows when it might explode. The communette has only existed for 2 years. I'm not sure if that's a long or a short time. The peace we all normally take for granted is as fragile and uncertain as a tower built on sand. Any one of these communes could turn into an uncontrollable monster, just like Jack the Ripper. There are some people trying to bring order to all of that. Some of them seek order itself, while for others that's merely icing on the cake. The Round Table, Caesar, the Gigs. Which of their methods is the most useful? We won't know until they've all been tried.
まあ、そっかな。選択肢は多い方がいいのかもね。
The Round Table is a federation of states in a loose alliance. Caesar's legion is an empire ravenously expanding its territory. The Avatar Gigs are a group of people living on the outskirts. That's a rough summary of the communette as it is right now.
でも、私たちの問題としてはどうなのかな？
In that case, it gets a lot simpler. Someone's trying to blow off steam. Babylon's commune happens to have a certain mad dog who can't breathe without constantly biting someone.
あ、そうか。
I can almost see the light bulb over her head. It's better than having him randomly attack whomever he sees like Jack did. Binyo nods deeply. She can agree with that more than any logical argument.
そうだよね。それだったらここの方が安全だよね。
So it's the lesser evil. There's still no good choice, so that's all we've got.
私もどうせこのアバターからは逃げられないんだし。それに人を死なさずにそれを試せるならやれると思う。
Binyo's expression finally starts to look normal. Takekawa Binyo is a child of the sun. She isn't meant to look gloomy. Time to head back?
そうだね。